Dobro jutro. Good morning, dear visitors, dear guests in our capital in Ljubljana. As every morning, we are welcoming you in our program, Ljubljana for You. Local guides, we would like to present to you Ljubljana in its best. Of course, there are cultural events. Of course, there are now a lot of events along the Ljubljanica River with Christmas stalls. However, we think that local producers, local artists are also very important. And believe it or not, today, in this lightly rainy day, we invited our guest, Marija, who is a specialist for umbrellas. Dobro jutro, Marija.
Dobro jutro.
Marija just mentioned me that she is not very good in English, but Marija, none of us is, because we are not native speakers anyway, but we would like to give our guests some information. Marija, you are a specialist for umbrellas. How come that happened?
Oh, it's a long story, but in few words, my father started with umbrellas in 1966.
1966?
Yes, and then he worked alone for a long time. Then he started to be ill, and I will help him.
Mm-hmm.
And now I work alone 11 years, and we together work 15 years.
Okay, so your profession was something else?
Yes, I was working in kindergarten.
Oh,
Yes.
that's interesting. But over there you were also creative, because kindergarten teachers
Oh,
are
it's
always
perfect.
creative.
It's nice to work with child.
Yes.
It's perfect.
And you never know what your destiny, what life
no.
going to bring you. Marija, the whole story of umbrella is pretty long.
Yes.
And we in Slovenia, we have many different national costumes, and the upper Carniolian costume, national costume, a part of it is also the umbrella.
The umbrella, yes.
And this is our
This
red
is
umbrella, which we called parasol.
Parasol, yes. But it's also for rain. It's not only for the sun.
Yeah, so maybe we should tell the difference between parasol and umbrella, because parasol is protecting you against the sun.
The sun,
The
yes.
sun.
It's
and
perfect. Was from cotton.
from the cotton.
From yes.
Uh-huh.
But from umbrella, it must be impregnated.
Right.
Yes.
So first, in our tradition, they wore those parasols to be protected from the sun, not from
Yes.
the rain.
Yes, but the cotton is not so thin,
Uh-huh.
and when the rain comes through,
Yeah. So nowadays we use this
For
red
both.
umbrella also. The colleague just mentioned to us that this is very similar as in Croatia.
yes, I know.
So there are not so many colors that are typical for our area, and red is one that we like to stick to it quite often.
Yes.
Also, we local guides in Ljubljana, I don't
Yeah,
know if you
also in
see us
red.
today around the city. Yes, we have red umbrellas, and there is written Ljubljana.
Ljubljana.
Marija, you are well known for something else as well. Ljubljana last year, in the year 2016, was a green capital of Europe.
Of Europe.
And that was a promotion, and in fact encouraging us from Ljubljana to act more environmentally friendly, to run more sustainable, friendly way of living. And your activity, I think, is just perfect. Namely, you recycle umbrellas.
Yes, I recycled umbrellas and I made them for a long time.
How did that happen?
Oh, the customers comes and then I repair umbrella. Customers want that I repair it, and then can use it more time.
Yes, maybe we will see how one customer just entered your shop. Now maybe we can repeat that once again later on. That's
Yes.
you in your workshop repairing those umbrellas, as we said, and these are the recycled products. So here we have also in studio one big bag that you brought today.
And
This used to be umbrella?
Yes,
This must have been a very big umbrella.
very big umbrella. Yes,
So what did you do with it?
Da poderam, kako se reče?
Yes. So you put in small pieces, you take the pieces
yes,
out.
and then I cut This.
The handles, yes.
Handles
And then you
this.
sew all that together. And is
Yes.
it strong?
It's very strong.
It's
This material, nylon, impregnated nylon, put some very strong.
Okay. What about, then you have also, usually
is
you have the
small.
smaller ones,
The
no?
smallest
Usually
one,
you have
yes.
the smaller ones. And these ones I found very practical because they are very light.
Very light.
So
and
you can put it in
put
really
together.
small pieces.
Yes.
And that's just a tiny part in
I
your
can
bag.
show you if you.
Yes, please. So you wrap it up.
These are very big.
Uh-huh. Oh, then you have the same stick from the umbrella. So you really recycle everything.
Yes, everything is from umbrella.
That's very practical. Your shop is near Prešeren Square. Prešeren Square is the main square in Ljubljana, near 3 bridges, with the muse above the monument. And behind it, there is a white palace. And next to White Palace, there is a street which is called Trubar
yeah.
Street. Yes. And if you walk along this Trubar Street for around 2-3 minutes, on the corner, now we can see, is your shop. You have umbrellas already outside so that
Always.
everybody sees that.
Yes.
Yeah. And how often are you opened? Every day?
In the
or-
morning.
In the morning?
In the morning, and in Thursday I have in afternoon.
Okay. So, for example, when somebody brings you an umbrella,
Oh, I can repair maybe for hour, 1 hour, or 2 hours. It depends.
yeah, it depends how much ruined it is. And later on, if somebody doesn't want to use that umbrella anymore, he just brings it to your
Bring
shop,
to
leave
me
it.
and I will recycle it material.
You will recycle it later on. Okay. So anyone can do that. Also our
Yes, why
visitors
not?
from abroad, if they
Yes.
will walk now along the city and the
Everyone.
umbrella will be broken, they should just bring it to you and that's it. What I found really very cute also in your shop are these pot handlers. So this is
Material for when I do it sun umbrella.
all right. Yes.
And then I have some small pieces from
Yes.
cotton, and then I do this.
And then of course you do the filling as well because otherwise it will be too hot. No? So if you
Yes.
hold let's say a pot like this,
Like this.
it's
yes.
very practical. I like them very
Practically
much.
because it's small.
It's small, it doesn't take a
And
lot of space in the kitchen and it just grabs where it's needed,
Very,
not all
very
over.
fast, yes.
Very fast, yeah. Thank you. What about this one?
Oh, this is small one for the keys or something special small, because the key is always in pockets, and this material is very strong.
And it's
good.
light,
Light
it's not
and-
heavy, so that doesn't take a lot of space.
From
and
this material you can do a lot of things.
So, for example, Maria, how much time would you use
Oh, I
to
don't
make a
know.
bag like this?
I
You-
don't
no
know.
idea. Okay, yeah, it depends on how many
depends,
pieces there
yes.
are, yeah, and how ruined the umbrella is. Do you use also the metal parts of the umbrella? or
No,
Okay.
for metal parts, for another.
Yes, of course,
things.
because you need to have too many machines because you have a sewing machine and that's it. So I would like to invite our visitors to visit
Yes,
you.
a lot of tourists comes to me for look and wow, what's happened to here?
Yes.
It's something special because outside doesn't have no one who repairs the umbrellas.
Yes, true. This is pretty unique. Here in Ljubljana, really, I haven't seen many other places where would you find somebody who would repair umbrella.
Yes.
And your shop is very, I would say, with a very special atmosphere. You can feel a lot of love towards those products, which we maybe sometimes just put somewhere in the corner and we don't care so much. But you really do take care of every detail. Do you make also like new umbrellas?
Yes, I made a new one also.
So
But good umbrella.
good
for
umbrella,
a long time
for
with
a long-
guarantee. And,
yeah.
and also can tourists or someone else comes for uporabljeno umbrella.
Yeah, with the used umbrella?
With the used umbrella can buy for 2 or 3 euros.
So that means
Yes.
it can buy also the umbrella that somebody bought to be
Second-hand
recycled,
umbrella,
but
yes.
you repaired it and they can buy
Yes.
it as a second hand. Yeah, I heard once that British said, I am not rich
rich
enough to buy
cheap umbrella.
cheap
Or-
umbrellas.
yes,
So
it's
that's
good.
that. So cheap umbrella. How would be, let's say, what would be a normal price for your umbrella?
Oh, it's not so cheap.
Okay, so what would be?
It depends.
It depends.
It depends for material, for how many ribs have, from stick, how
What
strong.
about, let's say, this typical Slovenian one?
Oh, typical is very expensive. It's
So?
100.
100 euro.
Yes.
Well, that would be a very nice souvenir
And
for
it's-
somebody
it's
because
some
it's a
ex-
high
but
quality
it's
one.
really quality.
It's a high quality. Yeah, you can feel it already now. But I've seen also some imitations, but of course they are made of nylon. This is not the cotton ones. Yeah. And also this is wood.
Imitation is wood. Yes.
Wood.
Imitation is cheaper.
Oh, yes, of course. But the really
And
ones.
made it from China.
Yes, of course. No. We go for locals. We are local guides, so we always present the local product, something what is typical for Ljubljana. And also that's the reason why visitors come to our place, because they want to find us unique. Something special, something unique. So we really invite you to visit our Marija, our Marija on Trubar Street. If you are with us on a tour throughout of the city, we can show you her shop. Otherwise, I'm sure you're going to find it by yourself because it's very close to Prešeren Square. And these days, since it's going to be a bit rainy in Ljubljana or maybe even snowy, umbrellas will be quite helpful. So Marija, thank you very much for your visit today in our studio and wish you a lot of success.
Hvala lepa.